2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 334 of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we talk about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and play. I'm one of your hosts, the soon-to-be beardless, corn-driven Brazilian mountaineer and transition ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher.
Yes, you are. If you're watching this live, can you? There it is.
Yes,
there it
there it
is.
is.
This is why he's corn. This is why he's down with the sickness.
Let's go. Okay. Also with me, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers. He is to my left. That would be Patrick Novosel.
I tell you what, I would never be able to grow a beard like that or a goatee like that. My wife would cut it in my sleep, guaranteed.
You'd be like,
Have you tried?
No, it's gotten pretty full,
"Hmm,
but there comes a point where she's like, "You need to shave," and I'm like,
you just
Yeah.
that's fair.
It's like going like 3 extra weeks. It's not a long time. It's like 3 extra
So
weeks.
I revealed my corn tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, you got
two?
corn
No.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Let's go back. Let's go back.
No.
you know?
There's no
I'm
tattoo.
intrigued.
I do want a tattoo someday, but no, that's
Of
not it.
corn, the corn logo.
Nope, definitely not. I'd rather have Aquaman dressed up as an ear of corn. That's what I would as a tattoo.
Whoa, these are
That would be
ranking
amazing.
systems.
Oh
now.
no,
Okay,
get the
all right,
Aquaman
okay.
that's stuck in the the one that's stuck in the little what do you call it? The soda thing? Like the plastic rings. Have you not seen that picture?
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh
We have
man,
to send it.
I'm gonna look for that now.
Would you
Um,
rather have Aquaman in an ear of corn or Aquaman stuck in that plastic bottle that he's talking about?
I mean, the ear of corn, because Mindy's the one that brought that up to me, and I've never been able to unsee it. So that's like a couple's inside joke.
Oh, so she's
But,
gonna do it too. You gotta get matching tattoos.
But I showed her the corn goatee, and she just kind of smirked and giggled, and she's like, "You're silly." And then I was like, "Do you want me to trim the goatee?" And she's like, "If you do, it's gonna just be kind of a normal goatee. I think you should ride the she
The
didn't call it
Harley.
corn goatee. Ride the Harley.
You do look like you would
goatee."
also be riding a Harley right now.
You know
gotta
what?
have,
I
like,
could
one of
ride
those
it.
black bandanas with the skull and bones on
Yeah.
it.
Big
You know
black
what? I would be
shades, too.
walking the Harley, because if I actually tried to drive it and like press all the throttles and whoozy what's it's, I would crash the Harley right
You're just
after I
walking
was done.
alongside it with your hands on the handlebars, like, look at this.
It's like, yep, no, this. I'm like Phoebe with the bicycle in Friends, where she's just like,
You're just
"Oh, yeah,
standing
no, it's
next
fine.
to it.
This
It's like,
is
yeah,
great.
yeah, look at this.
"This is wonderful." Yeah. So
There you go. I just posted it in our
Nice. also
Aquaman.
in the middle, the rose to our thorns or the crack to our butt cheeks. He is the North Kakalaki, and then our handyman Hank McCoy. Even Rayla wants to say hello.
I hear
to him.
her.
Yes, you do. Ryan Isley.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. I also have my own Rayla sitting next to me in the form of my middle child, Grayson.
He's not as barky as Rayla, though.
Yeah. she heard you.
She did. Was like, "Are you just gonna keep calling me out? Because I'll just keep talking."
I just
keep
realized that
talking
your
about it, and I
name is
will too.
also Lucas Hammed.
Oh, what in the world happened to my name?
What?
Is that what
the heck
happens
do I
when
change
when
that?
you double yourself? You're
Yeah.
like or cubed. That would be like
Um,
Lucas cubed, but it's not because
yeah.
you're Ham. So Lucas Hammed.
Lucas
The
Hammed.
more beard you cut off, the less words you have in your name.
Oh, is that how that works?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
You were Lucas Hamburg. Now you're like Lucas Hammed.
Hammed. I'm the past tense of me. All right. So, guys, let's jump into what's new news. If you're new with us, joiner, it usually doesn't take this long to do an introduction, but today was a special day, and we just felt like it. And if you're not new with us, joiner, you know there are no rules. So who knows? I'm curious to know what's the longest we've gone without actually getting into what's new news or a topic.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure
what's-
in one of our improv episodes, we did not even introduce ourselves in the entire hour.
Oh no, improv
You
episode. That's normal.
You just had
No,
to know
improv-
who we are.
There's really no rules. An improv episode is like that's the definition of improv.
Yeah.
is do what you want. No introductions. No nothing.
You're just here for a good
talk.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine anybody who like listened to that if they were new and like, oh, these guys seem normal.
Yeah, who's talking? Rick? Steve?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Jake?
Earl.
I don't know.
What would you want your name to be if you weren't what your current name is?
If you weren't what your current
Yeah,
name is.
my
You asked that
brain's
question
not
in a
working
weird way,
halfway
but I'm
through the
gonna
question.
go with it, okay?
My
Hollywood
brain's not
Bones.
working halfway through.
I want
the
to be
question.
Hollywood Bones Novacell.
That's what you want your legal name to be.
Yes, yes.
I want to be crap bag.
Princess Consuela, banana hammock.
Dynamic. Yep. Name. If I could have any name,
Mm-hmm.
not my name.
It's got to have an X in it, like Max or Rex.
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 You know, that would be cool. Named after a dinosaur, like
Yeah.
Rex Raptor.
P-Rex.
like-
P-Rex.
P-Rex.
Like the P-Rex sounds like you've got a urinary tract problem.
You do.
Go with-
You need to
I'm
go
gonna
see a
go-
doctor.
I'm gonna go with Rex Raptor. Like
Rex
I'm just like yeah. I'm like a dinosaur fan, but I'm deadly. I'm like, don't you
Mm.
mess with Rex Raptor. I will mess you up, son.
Maybe Taser Face.
Okay, that's not original. We need original names, Patrick. I know I already did it with
Taserface.
crap bag. Taser face. Put fear in the hearts of my enemies.
With
Taser
Taser face.
What?
Taser face.
Oh, Rayla wants to chime in.
Bark.
She said, "I would be dog."
I would be dog butt face. That would be my name.
That's a good question. Name yourself.
I always wanted
Ryan,
the
you
name
didn't answer.
Xavier.
What's your?
Yeah,
That's a
Xavier.
good one. That's a wrestler / game person, right?
I don't know.
On the
I just
kind
like
of
the
funny
name.
Gamecast,
I just like the name
Kinda Funny
Xavier.
team.
I think it's cool.
right, Patrick?
See, it has to have an X in it. I love it. Yes.
I thought about
Well,
naming
wait.
one of my children Xavier.
Patrick,
but
does yours
I
have an
didn't.
X in it? What's your X name?
Oh no, it's Hollywood Bones. Maybe I'll just Hollywood Bones with a X in there somewhere. Maybe my middle name is just X. Hollywood Bones X. Novacell.
X go give it to you.
Yes, that's my theme song.
Oh, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yep.
that tracks.
That tracks. Whoa, we said at the same time.
That
At least on my
tracks.
end.
Oh
That
no, on my
tracks.
end, you said it way after I did, but whatever.
A delay.
Yeah, I've got Brazilian delay here, so I said it like right when you
It's gotta
said
go-
it. So
It's
for
gotta go
us,
halfway around the world now.
it was jinxed. You said it, and like by the time it got to Bolivia, I thought about it, and then it hit Brazil, and I said it at the same time as you.
That tracks.
It's that 2-hour delay.
2
That
hours.
does track.
It's trying to
Yeah.
go through time right now. It is.
It is. It's traveling through time. You're like talking to the future.
I am talking.
You
to
guys
the
wanna know
future.
what
How
happens
is it
in
in
2
the
hours?
future currently? Why don't you go first? I'm hijacking it. You go first.
Ooh, is that how you want to do it tonight? I accept.
Maybe
The
I
best
don't know.
part of going first. There's no comparisons. All
Yeah,
right, here we
exactly.
go. Yep, I got nothing to compare to. All right, what's new with me is I do have 15 completions in Hades. I did another quick completion on Saturday. Friday evening. Friday evening, I got home from school, wanted to chillax a little bit,
Mhm.
and I sat on the chair and did a quick completion with Hades, and it was glorious. It was with the sword, and so I sworded my way
It's just default.
and killed
You said whatever the
killed
default
Hades.
is. You just-
whatever the default is. I mean, I just go for Dark Thirst, whatever the
Oh, whatever
bonus
the
darkness.
buff thing is, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, The next one are the gloves, the fists of Malphon. I love those babies.
They're
Just
so
like
fun.
they're so fun. He's constantly punching. I feel like E Honda. I'm just like
Yeah. You're E Honda in just that 1,000-hand slap mode permanently.
yeah, exactly. So that was just a little blip in the radar, and then Saturday morning, my friends, I just reached the next phase of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate. I defeated Shredder for the first
Let's
time.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait. I got a reaction.
And you know what
to
it
that.
was? What's that?
Hey,
Yeah, let's go. Bam, 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 bam.
It doesn't let me spam it. That's unfortunate.
Dude, at some point, now you'll be happy to know, Patrick, that my boy Michelangelo, just dark horse contender, my least favorite turtle, and
Oh,
he
you
just
like him
turned it
now?
up. I like it. I mean, yeah, it's
he's the
He
to
turned
me.
up
He's
the-
the best one. He's the best one.
he dialed it up. I understand why. He's got the multi-hit, he's got the area, like he spreads out the most, but I really
It's-
think my favorite to use pound for pound is Donatello. I
Well,
think
I mean,
he's
like,
got a good mix of
the-
defense and offense.
The tool that Michelangelo uses is dumb. And when you start it out, you got to get rid of that
It
thing.
really is.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do.
It's no good.
Yeah.
So I can see
Dude.
that. Like if once you get rid of that tool and get something else, he's solid. But the first
And I
part,
did.
it's bad.
I did not get the meteor. I look for the meteor every single time. Like ever
I
since
can't
Mark
believe
got it,
Mark
when we
got it on
played-
his first try.
dude.
you
That
can-
meteor's amazing. My son
can
got it on
throw a
like our second
meteor?
or third. I think. Yeah, you just throw. It's so non-Ninja Turtles. Like you're just throwing
Sephiroth for a
meteors
second.
from the sky. Yeah, you're just like your Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. Like you're just like,
You're
I'm
just-
just gonna bring this planet down on the Foot Clan. You got these little dudes, these little Foot Clan enemies, and they're just like fireballs from the heavens, dude. Cowabunga.
And they don't stop. They're like what?
No.
Every
Oh, so you got
every
like Sodom
second.
and Gomorrah rain? That's cool. Like-
Oh yeah, it's pretty much that.
It's
It's
end
like,
of
"You've been
days.
judged." Yeah. And it doesn't even like it's not like it just spreads across the field. It's like homing comet meteorites.
Oh,
Like
wow.
they just go right to the enemies. It's so OP. I love it, but I never get it. And James has gotten it twice as when we've played through.
Really? Oh, nice.
It's ridiculous. But our mirror powers, like our core base, like health and damage, just wasn't high enough to take it. But James and I are definitely going to beat Shredder in the future. But man, it was a magical run. You want to know what the secret? The secret of the ooze. It was all about that ooze, baby.
Yeah.
I just amped up the ooze. I'm like ooze. I
So
pretty
your
much
dragon
got
coins
ooze.
are you focusing your dragon coins on the ooze so your ooze chances are higher? Have you gotten to that
That's the
point yet?
dreamer coins you use for that. I've started
Or
to do
Dreamer
that
coins,
more.
Yeah.
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 I got keen on that. I was trying to what I've tried to do in the unlocks. I'm trying to unlock everything at least once, so there's a percentage chance for all the cool stuff to happen. But yeah, I'm always
But-
saving coinage for the ooze, and I like the Utrum. I like the Utrum electricity too. So
In the dreamer
mix it
coins, you can only select one. So even if you unlock other ones, it doesn't matter because you have to select one that's going to be like
what do you mean?
useful for that run. Like
No,
yeah,
you
and
can switch. You can switch at the Chancellor.
Oh, okay,
Councilman,
okay, yeah.
whatever
You
his name
can't. You can. Yeah, you're right. You can.
Yeah,
but-
I always switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I really liked, I got the ooze with I had like 2 or 3 different ways to slap ooze on all their faces. And then to add to it, I got like a water one that just gave me it just upped my attack. And I got something else, but I don't remember what it was. But the ooze itself, man, I just dashed around. Like I by the time I got to the rooftops, I didn't even swing anything most of the time. I was just like running, I'm dashing, dash, stay away from me. And then the ooze just did its magic. Like it was chunky, it was gooey. And when I got to Shredder, he
like a
wasn't too
booger?
bad. Yep. Pink boogers. Yeah. You ever had pink boogers?
Nope.
Can't say that I've ever had pink boogers.
I don't
That
think I have
seems
either.
like
Pink.
you'd probably
No,
want
mine
to
are
go to the hospital
generally-
for that one.
Probably. Mine are generally just good old fashioned brown with a tint of green, maybe.
Good old fashioned. Mine usually aren't brown though. They're usually green.
Really? What are they? Like Green? That's not
Yeah,
good.
right?
Green is usually, I think
Healthy.
it needs to be like a beige-ish green.
No, you have blood in your nose then.
I would think that
No,
would be
you
for
have blood
pink.
in
If
your
your stuff
nose.
is
Don't
pink,
tell me
then-
what I have in my nose.
Get those
Best
red boogers
part
over
of
there.
waking up.
The best part of
Shut up.
picking your nose is not getting pink
Hi, Mark.
boogers.
Mark's in the chat.
Yay! Just
Hello,
in
Mark.
time as
Bye,
we
Mark.
pick up
Paid attention
boogers.
Hey, if you're in the chat, you should
where were
just
we?
join the show. Anyway, continue, Lucas.
I mean,
Welcome. Yeah, so Splintered Fate, I'm loving it. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I now, once you get that first win, you get a taste of it, and then that's when things start to speed up or just keep getting better and better. So I'm gonna keep playing that from time to time. That's about it honestly in the gaming sector. Since I got back from the States, I've been strictly I've been treating my Sabbath or my cheat day has been Friday night to Saturday night, and all the other days
Like 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm just really trying to focus at this, especially this beginning of the school year, well, beginning of the second semester, and on my family too. Just really utilizing that family time and just being intentional about living for him, living for others, and it's been good. Good.
That's good.
What's also been good is the beard is on its way out. We've already discussed it at the beginning, and now it's a big corn goatee, a corn tee.
Oh, you didn't do the Fu Manchu, man.
No, I can still do it.
you still could do that.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I
just
guess
gonna
you
shave
could.
it down the middle,
Yeah,
right there.
I just wanted you to
Yeah.
have the big mutton chops with it.
Oh
No, I can't grow mutton chops, man. I get, like my sideburns were so sad. Like it was just like, like when you're
Sadburns,
grass,
not sideburns.
you're-
they're
Oh, the old
sadburns.
sad burns.
they're sad. They were sad burns. Like when your grass, like your grass itself doesn't really grow, but then these random weeds just grow out of the ground nice and tall. That's what
Mhm.
my sad burns were like. It was just like they were sad to look at, scraggly looking. It's just not nice. So the beard's on the way out. I now have a corn tee, and then tomorrow I'm gonna split it and do a Fu Manchu with a very big bottom chew. I don't know what it means. Like because my mustache, I got to keep it under control.
Yeah.
I can't stand when my mustache goes over my lip. That's like where
Oh,
my
it's the worst.
it's
Yeah.
the worst feeling. So it's gonna be nice and neat here, and then the bottom of the Fu Manchu is gonna be like two goatees. It's gonna be like huge here, and so split down the middle. And then after that, that will be Thursday. I'm just gonna go with this right here. I'm gonna be
The old cop look.
the old cop look, the mustache, and then
Yeah.
Friday, my friends, babyface Lucas.
Babyface Lucas.
I'm going back to the basics. Going back to the way I came into this world.
You gonna shave your head
Bald as a
too?
baby's butt. No.
Okay.
No, I already shaved it. I did it. I did a
Nah,
3.
bald.
I'm
Have
good.
you ever shaved your
I'm
head
good
bald?
for a few weeks. Not to the skin like Bickett, like with a
Mhm.
razor.
Mm-hmm.
No, my wife does not approve.
I don't
That's
approve
that's
either.
that's a sector I can't mess with. She's like, you don't have the right shaped head to do that. You need to have some hair up there. I'm like, that's fine.
Whenever you've done it accidentally, or if it's had anything like that, do you have like wrinkles
No,
in your head or
I'm-
anything?
I've never done it accidentally. That's just you got to be an idiot to do that
Oh, what?
accidentally.
What is this Bic? I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah. What? Oh, I bicked my hair. I thought that was my face and my beard.
Uh,
I missed.
The only time I've done I've used a 0 on the clippers on
Mhm.
the buzz clippers, and that's as far down as I've gotten, and that was thanks
Yeah.
to James. And his
Yeah, I did that
geniusness.
before, but I was just trying to do like the sides of my head, and
Uh-huh.
I forget what I was doing. No, I was using some type of guard, and I was going over my head. Guard just popped off, and I just went zzz, and I was like,
Zzz.
oh, all right, well, I
Oh,
gotta shave my head now. So yeah,
What is this,
buzzed it.
amateur hour? How do you
bu-
put the guard on there to where it just pops off?
It was a cheap set of clippers. and it
Sounds
just-
like it.
it just popped off.
Just pops
That and
off.
my hair is very easily stuck in the clipper guards.
Oh,
just
okay,
because
because
it's so
thicker.
thick and tight.
Damp.
Same with Grayson. Damp? Did you say damp?
No,
Oh.
I didn't say damp.
Thought you called my hair damp or moist or something. I don't know.
Oh gosh, why are you going this? Okay, this is going a direction I can't support. The best part of
How would you describe your friend
shutting
Ryan?
up.
He's got
Moist.
damp, moist
He's
hair.
got moist, damp hair. Man, that's the moistest, dampest hair I've ever seen.
I don't even know what to do with that.
That's the title of the show. Ryan's moist, damp hair, right
Ryan's
there.
moist.
And we lose all of our listeners,
Mark said, "Turn out of the
including our
skin."
fourth member. No, we're turning it right into it. Let's see. Besides that, it's been raining more lately, so the temp's gone down. And let me tell you, today's the first day that it wasn't over 80, and it's been nice. Yesterday, I went on my first run since being back in Brazil,
Nice.
and it was a very nice adventure going running. It's always an adventure to go running in Brazil, on the streets of Brazil. It was probably 1:30, 2 o'clock, and all of a sudden it started to get cloudy. And I was like, it looks like it could rain,
Gotta
but it
beat the
might
rain home
wait.
now.
And so then I'm like, maybe I should go on a run now. This is the perfect time, because once it rains, all the ground's all wet and soggy
Mhm.
and damp
Yeah.
and moist, and I get my shoes
Like
all
my
damp
hair?
and moist,
Mhm.
and nobody wants that. It'd be like, oh, this is like walking on Ryan's hair. So, so I was like, should I go? Mindy's like, it's now or never, because it's gonna rain. And I'm like, you're right. So I got geared up, and I was like, God, I'd really appreciate it if you would just like keep the rain to a minimum, or just hold it off, just so I can go get a good 5-6K run in. I'm just saying, you do what you want. You said it rains on the wicked and the righteous, the sun shines on everybody. So I'm like, whatever. So I go on the run, and then within 10-15 minutes of the run, the sun comes out. And there's this hole in the clouds. I kid you not, surrounded by gray clouds, there's a hole, and it's a gap in the clouds. And God's like, you want me to hold off the rain? How about I give you some sunshine? And I'm like, thanks, except I didn't put on any sunblock. So now I'm going to turn into a pink lobster. So then my prayers changed, and I was like, well, God, can you now keep me from getting sunburnt? Because I really was not prepared for this, and I don't want to be sunburnt. And he's like, you baby. And so within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the sun got covered by the clouds again. And I kept doing my run. And at one point, I was so desperate to stay out of the sun that I tried to like dodge the sun's rays, and I got into the shade, and I ran into like the door handle of somebody's front gate. And I where is it? Hold on. Oh, I cut my arm, right? Oh, which way do I go? Right there.
Oh, nice little gash.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a cat got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like a little, and I got home and I'd forgotten it had happened because I hadn't looked. And I started doing I got back into my planking Psalm 119, and I was getting blood all over the balcony. I was like, oops, that's not good. But I still planked
Blood
it out.
all over the balcony. That's a song.
Yeah, the best part of planking Psalm 119 is getting blood on the balcony. Okay. Anyways,
Perfect.
back to the story. So I got home, and I got within 60 yards of the house, and it starts to sprinkle. At that point, I'm walking because I haven't run in a really long time. I got to like 5 kilometers, 5K, and I was like, I'm going to walk for a little bit because I am tired. And it started to sprinkle. I was like, oh no, the rain's coming. So I just took off, like just running. And I got like right before the rain, and it started pouring. It was just like God reminded me, hey, I got your back. And it was nice. It's a nice little run. And that brings me to God life. I am working. I not working. I'm enjoying now numbers. I got through Acts.
Ooh.
Oh,
There you
And it
go.
was nice. Love me some Acts. I love me, I mean, it's like half like the beginning of the early church, and then half of it's Paul taking the gospel to the Gentiles. So I love it.
Mhm.
So Acts was nice to listen to and share some thoughts and hear other people's thoughts. And now we're in Numbers, and buckle up, baby, because Numbers is like, it's got the highs and lows, the numbers and the stories. And so, yeah, so I'm just getting started on Numbers. And then I'm continuing through the Bible recap, and it's been good. Just slow and steady every day, reading about 2 or 3 chapters, where I'm just about to finish Genesis. And I'm doing that with my buddy Tom in West Virginia and Ryan Straube in Cincinnati.
For the Bible recap, does it jump around? Did you
No.
go from like Genesis to
I mean, it
like
only
Job or
jumps
something
around.
like that?
Well, it's because it's chronological, so it only jumps around as it chronologically can. So Job is traditionally said to be a predecessor to Abraham. So you get to like Genesis 11, and then right before they introduce Abraham, they do you could read through Job.
Okay.
And it's really interesting when you get to, of course, it's going to be kind of annoying when you get to when you get to Kings and Chronicles, you're doubling up on
Oh man, that's
material.
gonna flip flop.
So you're going to like listen to a story about a king, and then you're going to listen to it again in Chronicles. So it's like, oh my God. Okay.
That's not gonna
And
be
he
fun.
was really evil, and he did stupid stuff, and he died. And he was really evil, and he did stupid stuff, and God was upset with him, so he died. Like, with
Yeah.
some details changed. Just, yeah. So that's part's going to be interesting to just hear that on repeat. But I'm looking forward. I've never actually completed the Bible chronologically, so I'm looking forward to.
That
like,
was the
some of
only way I've read through the Bible is chronological. It was
Really?
it was weird. It was weird. Once you get to the New Testament and Matthew, Mark, and Luke, it's just like, all right, I'm so, because it's like it's so disjointed, it feels like I couldn't even follow it. And I was like, so I decided, I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna read these just Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and I just read it that way.
Yeah, because the same thing happens, right, with the chronological in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
man, so it's
Gospels
like
are
mixing
all
stories
merged.
all up and
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to read because it's not like it's a full story where it's like, here's a chapter, like when you're reading a novel, here's a chapter, and then we're gonna go back and talk about this, and we're gonna talk about this. It's just like, it feels like a mid sentence, then you're reading another book, and it was very, very strange. But that's the only way I've read it, and that was back in 2009 was when I did that.
Back in the day. Yeah.
So-
So
that's a long time.
I'm looking forward to that, to see what that's like. Because I've never, since I've never completed it, I'm trying to remember how far Mindy and I tried to do it, like back when we were first married, except we decided we were going to read through the Bible right before bed, in bed. So we would be laying there, both of us, one of us reading the Bible and the other person falling asleep.
Yes, I can imagine.
it's like, why did we do that? We're idiots. Like,
In
what
the
is this,
beginning.
amateur hour? And then Joshua said, so yeah, it's I'm enjoying the revisit of the chronological, and I'm going to see it through to the end. And and I think that's about it with Eagle. I'll have an update next week, of like a more complete update, because this week I'm preaching 4 days in a row.
Ooh.
I'm leading chapel. I'm leading our spiritual emphasis week at school.
Are you doing the mountain series?
No, the mountain series. I'm not going to do the series. I'm just going to have one.
Okay.
I'm going to study up on it over the next month or two, and then I'll have a chapel where I'm just like, hey guys, mountain, you tell me any Bible story, anything you know that talks about mountains, and we'll talk about it. So I'm going to study up on it first, and then see how it goes. I've only seen it done once by a guy who did it with trees, and it was really like dynamic and interesting. So I'm looking forward to studying up on mountains and then doing that later on in the school year. But yeah, that's life for me. That's all I got. How about you guys?
Cool.
Was he an owl?
My daughter just came down here.
Yeah,
Patrick, you go next.
Patrick.
All right. Yeah, I can go next.
What's up, man?
You
Tell
ended
us
up on
something good.
you were talking about sleep and sleeping. And so
Yeah.
on Friday night, I was playing Marvel Rivals with the usual
Yeah.
crew with Justin,
Huge
Tim, and
crews.
Splig. And I went to bed 2:00 in the morning, normal.
Okay.
And
Normal.
I did not wake up until 11:30 on Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. Saturday morning.
11:30
That's
Saturday morning.
crazy.
And
Still.
I woke up doing a double take at the clock. Like, what? Am I still sleeping? Like, there's no way it's 11:30 because no kids have come down here. My wife didn't come down here to wake me up to see if I was okay because it's almost lunchtime. And
That's
so
crazy.
I like walk up into the kitchen and I'm like looking around like, is it really 11:30? Sun was shining and everything. I'm just like, well, I guess I'll take a shower. I mean, like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know what to do with
How late
myself.
did you
I lost half my day?
my morning is gone.
How late did you stay up?
11, just 2 a.m. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like I went to bed at 6 a.m., which
You're
would have
getting
been
old, man.
normal.
No, your body was
later.
like, yeah, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah. So I take a shower and I had lunch, I guess. So after lunch, went over to father-in-law's house and he's got a bunch of tools and took Clark over with me and he's doing the Pinewood Derby here next month. And so we were cutting up the block of his car to get that ready for the
Nice.
Pinewood Derby so he can paint it and do all what he wants to do with it. So we went over there and it only took like 30 minutes to do what he needed to do. And so as we're walking back, he asked if he'd go over his cousin's house, which is only 2 doors down. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. So we went over there. I came downstairs and I turned on a movie and it was like,
And then you woke up at
it was
3
like
in the morning.
2 o'clock, 2:30 or whatever. And I felt myself getting tired again. And I'd have only been up
Man,
for
you are
3
getting old.
hours.
Nap time.
And so I was like, you know what? I'll just pause this and close my eyes because I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. Yeah, I woke up at 5:30 on it was 3-hour nap I just took after sleeping until 11:30. Like,
Now that's
I
a
feel like
sleep.
my body should have been like, you're good until 2 a.m. the following day. Nope, you're going to be tired in 3 hours. So yeah, I don't my weekend was gone. Like it was just gone.
Yeah,
I
it was.
missed it. I missed the weekend. But on Friday night, my daughter cheers for the local boys basketball team and she's on JV. And so she's not allowed to cheer for the varsity team because she needs to be a junior or a senior to cheer for them. And she's only a freshman, so she's just on JV right now. But there was something that was going on with a lot of the seniors. I don't know if it was a dance or something like that, but there were only 2 varsity cheerleaders that were going to cheer for the varsity game. So they gave it up to the JV squad. They're like, hey, if you want to cheer for varsity, go ahead. And
Here's your
so
chance.
Claire was like, yes, that sounds awesome. So I haven't been to a varsity basketball game in like 2 decades. Like it's been so long. And the JV game, there's not a lot of excitement there. The crowd's really not in it at all. But once you get to the varsity, the student section was massive. And they were apparently every Friday night they dress up in a different theme, and it was YMCA theme weekend.
Oh my
So
gosh.
they all dressed up as construction workers, and my goodness, they were loud. They had their own chants for just about everything. Like the janitor was cleaning up, like if someone were to fall and they got a little sweat on the ground, the janitor would come up and they would have a chant for the janitor. Like it was incredible. And I was like, man, I miss high school. I kind of want to be over there with these guys and get all hooting and hollering and getting excited.
Yeah, I bet.
But
You're like, but I'm gonna have to take a nap instead.
you
Sorry,
fall
guys.
asleep.
I'll see you later. I'll
All
be
right,
over
guys,
here.
let's
dozing
pump up
off.
the
maybe that's why I didn't some sleep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh wait,
'cause
I have
was
20 minutes. I could get a good nap in right now. I'll be over here, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
go to the
so-
DMV. I got to renew something, and also I might as well bring my pillow so I can just take a
I
little
should
nap.
have a pillow in my car. That'll be.
You
actually,
really
that's
don't put it
dangerous.
near you while you're
No.
driving. That would be dangerous. Little neck
Put
pillow.
it in your
Just like,
office. Put it in your-
Yeah, I have a couch right here and 2 pillows. So,
you're good.
but yeah. So Claire had a great time. She was like smiling, like side eye, like looking at the student section, like these guys are crazy. But she was smiling, like this is fun too, kind of thing. So, yeah, it was really cool to see her in her element. On the IFL side of things. So last
Pause for
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
moment. Do you think that she will do competitive cheer?
No.
No.
No, not a chance.
Just because
So
she
I
doesn't want to, or you don't want to.
So I say that she a few years ago she hurt her back, and her flexibility is not where it used to be. She still can do a lot of things, but she doesn't have that flexibility anymore. So
Right.
no, she won't do competitive.
Okay.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
On the IFL side of things, I've only played Marvel. I was gonna say Marvel Snap. I've only played Marvel Rivals.
Is happening. Patrick's like that baby got banned for some time. Now I want to play it.
Being up to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Gotta get these cards.
You got to snap it. Let's go.
Oh, gosh.
Marvel Snap.
Marvel Rivals with the crew.
Yep.
And then I think last week I said I was watching baseball movies. I watched 4 more baseball movies this past week.
All right.
So I watched Bull Durham with Kevin Costner. And I don't if you've ever seen Bull Durham, or when's the last time you've seen Bull Durham.
It's been a
That
long
movie
time.
does not hold up. Like
Bull
it's
Durham. Is that about the Durham Bulls?
Yes. Yeah. It's about Crash Davis, who's Kevin Costner. He's the catcher, and he's trying to groom Nuke Lelouch get into the
Who
majors.
made up these names?
Horrible
Did
name.
their parents hate them? Like,
I gotta
gosh,
tell-
what's
yeah.
blue, blah, blah, blue.
Well, Nuke was his nickname. I think I don't know what his first name was, to be honest. They
It
always
doesn't
call him
matter.
Nuke.
If
Francis,
his nickname
yeah.
is Nuke, he's. Oh, his Ebby?
Abby. Yeah. It was
I'm
pretty bad.
looking at the-
That's why they called him Nuke.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, that's arguably better than
this movie was not good. It does not hold up. I don't know. The movies nowadays have a lot of substance to them. There's a lot of emotional connection. Everything's about family. There's a lot of that
That's
in
right.
movies nowadays, and it brings people more connected to the movie and to the characters. It was just like surface level stuff. So very superficial kind of thing. A lot of my baseball like references and sayings are from this movie. Like there's a lot of stuff in that people
Can you give
still
us
say today.
examples?
Yeah.
So that ball travels so far. Any ball that travels that far should have a stewardess on it. That's said all the time. Mhm,
Really?
mhm. Long wet kisses the last 3 days. That's a saying that happens a lot. I mean, I don't know if you've ever
I don't think we're hanging out with the same people.
if someone says Bull Durham, those are the quotes. Those are the quotes from it.
The best part of waking up is this wet, sloppy kiss for 3 days. I don't know. What was that again? Sloppy?
Horrible. It was horrible.
Not sloppy kisses. Long wet kisses that last 3 days. Is that what Kevin
I believe
Costner
in
believes
long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last.
Yeah.
What
3
about
days.
moist,
Yeah.
damp kisses?
in? That last 2 hours.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
less.
Maybe more. But no, yeah. I don't now that I have this movie book,
Mhm.
I won't
Uh-huh.
I probably won't watch Bull Durham again.
Did you even put it in
Probably
there?
wise.
Did you?
No, Bull Durham's not in there.
Not worth
You don't
writing
get a
about.
page.
Yeah, you did not get a page. So right after that, I watched Field of Dreams.
Yeah, there we
And-
go. Good movie.
So that movie does hold up, but again, it's another one of those older movies that doesn't have a lot of substance to it. It
Yeah.
has way more substance than Bull Durham, but I wanted that emotional connection. The ending of the movie, it makes no sense at all.
I don't
Makes
even remember how
absolutely
that
no sense.
movie ended.
So during the day, there's games, and a lot of these, ghosts from
Ghost
former baseball
players.
players, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that play games, and then at night they go back and they come back the next day. And at the end of the game or end of the movie, what's his name? James Earl Jones.
Mhm.
Earl Jones,
He
yeah.
says that
Vader.
Lucas, you good?
what?
Yeah, I just had to crack my neck.
Like you caught the Holy Spirit for a second. All I saw was,
Sorry, it's the corn tea.
get down with the Spirit.
It just rears its ugly head sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, so at the end of the movie, James Earl Jones said people will just show up and they don't know why they're going to show up. And the camera pans out as the end of the movie is just like a few minutes later, and there are like 1,000 cars on their way to the field. And I'm like, how do they know about this? No one has mentioned anything about this field yet. Like, I don't know how this is already happening. Like maybe in like a week or two, people would show up after they market it. There's no way any of these cars will be able to park anywhere near this ball field. So I was just like, that doesn't make any sense.
Sus.
They just park in the other cornfield. That's all.
I don't know. You ever seen the end of Nightmare on Elm Street, where
It's been
the
too
girl
long.
the
It's
girl
been
gets
a-
pulled through the front door,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and it's a straight up doll that gets pulled through the front door. Like
It's like one of those real quick cuts that they tried to
Yeah.
make, but it wasn't.
that's what it felt like. I'm like, this is the stupidest ending. What the heck? It was so dumb. But yeah, overall, it was a solid movie. And then I watched A League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Oh man, there is no crying in baseball.
Yeah, this movie is
Crying?
chock
Crying?
full of
Oh,
quotes.
so many quotes, fun moments. I love that.
So
movie.
when's the last time you've seen this movie?
It's been a minute.
Probably
been-
when Mindy and I were, probably when Mindy and I were dating. Like it's been a while.
Yeah. So, again, an older movie, not a lot of substance. Do you remember the player Marla, the ugly chick that
Yeah.
hits bombs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the movie for like 6 minutes. And you don't know if you realize this, but she was barely in the movie at all. And then in the middle of the movie, she just ends up and gets married and leaves. And she's no longer in the rest of the movie. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the point of this chick being in here? There's no point. This doesn't push the story along. And again, they're just throwing stuff at you. There's no emotional connection to this at all. And I don't know.
Yeah, but it's
it
all
was-
about the sisters. It's all about their rivalry.
Yeah, but they hated each other. And at the end of the movie, when they flash forward like 40 years, they look at each other like they've never seen each other. in the
Yeah, that's
past
true.
40
I remember.
years.
I remember
Like,
that.
are you kidding
It's
me?
like-
You haven't seen each other in 40 years, and you're just going to meet at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
No.
No. Oh, and it's so weird. The older version of Gina Davis is voiced by Gina Davis. She dubs her
Yeah.
voice over for the older lady. It's supposed
Yeah,
it's
why not?
Gina Davis's voice.
Yeah.
And I don't why? What do you mean? What do you mean why not?
Why not? Keep it consistent. It's like, you know what?
Like
we
you-
don't need to put old people makeup on you, but we need your voice. So
Oh,
just
Mel.
kinda-
No. Mel was like, that's why I was like, why is Gina Davis's voice coming out of her? She's like, that is Gina Davis. I'm like, no, it is not. She's 65 years old. There's no way that's Gina Davis. Oh man, but it got her. It got Mel. She thought it was
Yeah,
actually
see?
Gina Davis.
It worked. That's why they did it.
Mm.
Oh yeah. And then the last movie I watched was Moneyball, and that is a solid baseball.
There you
movie.
go.
One of
ended
my
on a solid
one of my
Moneyball.
favorite.
I'm
Wait, have you
trying to
seen it
remember.
before?
I'm trying to remember.
With Brad Pitt and
Brad
Jonah,
Pitt?
Jonah Hill?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yep.
Star-Lord, right? He's
Yes, he's Scott
he's an-
Hatterberg in the movie.
he's an athletic, one of the players.
I never
Yeah.
watched it.
What?
I remember seeing.
Wow.
I remember seeing the trailer and everything, but I
Previews,
never
trailers?
watched it.
Yeah, it's about the 2001-2002 Oakland A's and Billy
Yeah,
Bean
it's a good one.
as a general manager trying to put together a team for like $30 million.
94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It is
Yeah.
awesome.
Jeez.
It is
It's a quality
awesome.
That's
Yes,
All right. Well,
that's
I'll have to
how
watch
movies
that.
should be made. And then the last thing that
but yeah, that movie is a lot more
so-
recent than
yeah.
the other ones
Yeah.
that were in
To-
like the 80s.
yes, yeah. My
That is
wife's like,
correct.
"You got this movie book, and you're watching all these old movies." And I'm like, "Well, I watch what I want." You know what I mean?
Did you watch Sandlot already?
Oh, that's like a yearly thing. The last time
Okay.
I watched that was July, so it's
I'm just saying, like, if you're still on the baseball thing, Sandlot, you gotta throw that in there.
yeah. I watched. Oh no, there's another movie I watched. I didn't put it on here. Mr. Destiny with James Belushi, where
Oh man, I haven't seen that in forever.
I
forgot that
totally
was even a
forgot about
movie.
that movie.
There's no
where
way that
he-
holds up.
No, not at all. Another one of those movies that just is like, it's a story. There's no connection to it. But Michael Caine is the bartender that takes him back in time and gives him a different future. So it's
Oh wow.
Michael Caine was solid. But yeah,
Of course.
And Michael Caine played Mike.
Why do we fall, Mr. Belushi? Why do we fall?
Oh wow!
But yeah, the Knuckles show. Have either of you watched it or plan on watching it?
no, my kids wanted to watch it. Is it still on?
It's on Paramount Plus.
I don't have Paramount.
I think Paramount Plus.
I think it was on Paramount Plus, but the kids were
Yeah.
interested in it.
Because Sonic 3 is coming out soon, so we wanted to watch that to get primed for Sonic 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a goofy show. Like
Yeah.
the main character that it was with Knuckles is an absolute idiot. Like
That's the guy that's in the Sonic movies, though, right? As like the sheriff, like
yes, yes,
it's him, right? Yeah.
He is a moron, an absolute moron.
James Marsden.
And yeah, Sonic 3
No, not
is
James
out, by the
Marsden.
way, if you didn't know that.
oh,
3's
the
out?
sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah, Sonic's
The
I was like,
deputy.
wasn't Sonic 3 out already?
Yeah, the deputy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deputy. Okay, yeah, he is an idiot.
The whole show, he's an idiot. His whole family are idiot. His dad is Carrie Elwes. Is that how you say his last name?
Carrie I know who
Is
you're
that how
talking
you say
about.
it?
Elvis?
Yeah.
Elwes?
I think it's
Elvis?
Elvis. I think it's Elvis. It's like Elvis,
Elvis-
but you gotta live-
Elvis?
Elvis.
Elvis. Listen, Elvis.
Yeah. My name is Inigo Montoya. Yeah, so that was awful.
Oh, it is.
awful.
It's available
It-
to rent or buy.
It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Idris Elba is the only good spot in that. He is great as Knuckles. Everybody else, the worst. Absolute worst. It is an F of a show. The worst show I've ever seen. My son
Wow.
was even yelling at the TV like, "You're a moron. You're an idiot." Like, what? He was like, he's laughing how stupid this movie or this show was. It was so dumb.
Huh.
Nobody
too
would
bad.
act like this. And it defies all logic a lot of times. None of it makes sense. I know it's Sonic. I know it's in that, like Knuckles, he can do what he wants because he is an alien. He can have all these type of powers. But this deputy, he's a human. There's absolutely no way he can do a lot of the things that he was doing. Idiots. F.
Dang. All right. Well,
F. Yes.
Well, fair enough. F for fair enough.
And then so lastly on the Eagle front, on Sunday I volunteered and served at our hub, the informational center, and
Uh-huh.
some days when I'm there, like there's not a lot of action. There's some Sundays we don't have guests that come up because I'm there for the guests. All the
Yeah.
members there and all the people that go to church there, they'll come up and say hi and talk to me and all that stuff. But what I'm there for
Now-
is to bring people in. You know what I mean? Like
Quick question. When you're at the hub, are you like doing anything, or are you just like standing there smiling like an idiot? Are you like, you need like a sign, like a guest, come talk to me and spin it around, like do the sign thing, or like get the little sticks with the little thing on it that you balance back and forth like they did back in the early 2000s, late 90s.
I have like a
Something to just
Beetlejuice
bring people
sign
in.
that just like has an arrow towards me, like the hub.
Yes.
The hub.
Zzz,
The hub.
The hub. Guests welcome.
No, I mean it's
friendly suggestions just to get people in there.
No. That's these are all good suggestions. But
Oh,
so,
you
yeah,
could you could be like Aramis, and just like have a church spray that makes you smell like you're a member of the church. Hombre. All right, I'm done interrupting. You can go.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes it's pretty sparse.
Light.
But this past Sunday was good.
Booming.
Yeah, the first person came up and they're like, "Hey, do you have any Bibles?" And I was like, "Yes, we got some Bibles
Yes,
just for
sir.
you." Yeah, I was like, "What kind of Bible do you want?" They're like, and I was like, "Okay, all right. We have hardback and we have paperback. Which one would you like?" And they're like, "A soft, a soft cover." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
So I put the hardbacks over there, and I was like, "All right, here we go. Here's the big lettering, small lettering." Here's for the English Standard Version. Here's the NLT. Here's the NIV. We use the NIV in our church. Sometimes when we have guest speakers, they'll use the NLT. So those are two popular ones we use. So I was able to give out 2 of those to the couple that came up. Yeah. Then we had a new couple, first time. They live around the corner, and they were like, "You know what? Let's go to church today." And so talking to them and finding out a little bit about them, and then they ended it with saying, "See you next week." And I was
Nice.
like, yeah, I'll see you next week. I'll be here. So that was kind of cool. And because sometimes first time guests, they're like from out of town, or they're visiting, or someone brought them this morning because their church wasn't having service that day or whatever. So sometimes that happens, but it was the first time I've heard "see you next week." All right, that was a pretty confident "I'll see you next week."
Yeah,
which is
you better
cool.
see them or they're gonna be disappointed. So you got to track them down. Like,
yeah.
Is that you?
just pop up from the information kiosk booth and just
Yeah.
Be like, and then as I was cleaning up, I usually clean up about 15-20 minutes after service, because then people start to either go to class or go to some sort of event or leave. And so I was just cleaning up, and someone comes up, and he was like, "How do I give back?" And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like monetarily?" He's like, "No, I want to do what you do, volunteer and serve." And I was like,
"Well, here, take this."
Yeah. I'll take off my lanyard and give it to him.
All right, bye.
You are now Patrick. But yeah, he's like, "I want to. How about the tech booth? You got any? Can I do that? I can do the coffee. I can do janitorial stuff. Whatever you need." And I was like, "Man, this is a good day." Like, I got all types of people coming, which was super neat to see on because usually sometimes I'm like, I wish more people would come up and say hi, or they're new, because you always want new folks coming to your church. It's really cool just seeing that. but it was a really, really good one. Gave out Bibles, new guests, and someone who wants to serve. So, and this is a person that's been going to our church for quite some time, like he all his life kind of thing, and he's in his 30s. And he must have had the calling that it was time for him to start giving back in with his time,
Amen.
So
Sweet.
yeah, amen. And yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Cool.
Well, Ryan Isdy.
I'm glad you noticed, Ryan. Nice.
I started laughing like halfway through your update because I looked down and I was like, oh, he did it too. I have to do it now.
Yep. Patrick Novadi has shared his update. Now
All right.
Ryan Isdy. What do you got for us?
Not much. Same old with real life. I forget what happened last week besides like the snow that didn't really do anything. It wasn't much.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I said last week.
I don't either.
So I'm definitely not remember what you said last week.
Last week seemed like a blur, and like I didn't really do anything. It was just work. I just had to work, and the kids
Breathing.
were out of school,
I mean,
driving us
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many notifications. So like, I only give when the kids are in school. We have a rule of like you do your homework, you do your chores, clean up, do what you need to do, then you can have game time. And I usually like have several apps that limit their time on all the devices. So when they use their like hour or whatever I give them, then it's just
done.
No, then I get spammed messages of them like,
like
Kingston
can you
wants
up
more
my
time on Xbox. Kingston wants more time on Windows. Or they'll come find me with the Switch and be like, "Can you unlock this?" and like put it all over my face.
Can you press the button so I can play more?
Dude.
Thank you.
Like you need to ask your mom.
This
First
is
and foremost.
exactly why
Oh,
you
the
have the
deflection.
limitations.
The deflection move.
I do.
You better run that by your mom.
Because
first.
if they ask me, I'm the stern one. I'm like, no, you played your hour. You're done. Like you're done.
Yeah, read a book, go outside.
Yeah, read a book. Like, well,
Go
they couldn't
clean
go
the
outside
toilets
last
or
week because it
something.
was cold.
The
But
bathroom's dirty. Get
Yeah.
in there.
they could definitely start cleaning and doing some other stuff.
Scrub
which
it
they
up,
did.
Those that dishwasher needs unloading.
It sure does. That's one of their chores. And guess who's been doing it?
You.
Me.
No, you got to
Guy.
hold out, bro. You have to hold out.
If I hold
Yeah.
out, my house will burn. Oh, I'm
Gotta
trying.
Set a precedence, my friend.
I'm
Set the
trying.
precedence.
I'm trying to teach them responsibility, and especially Kingston was the worst about it. He would when it'd be like when he got home from school, he'd go ahead because he doesn't really have a lot of homework because I guess he did it like while at school.
That's cool.
He's usually the first one to be able to play because he cleans up his room and does what he needs to do, and then he'll get online. But like the people that he wants to play with, they're not in like, track school. So they get out later than what he does, but he's already used all of his time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you have to time manage. Like this is teaching you time management. If you want to play with your friends that don't get online until like 5 or
Gotta
6,
wait.
then you have to wait. It's like, but why can't you just give me more time? I was like, I could, or you could learn how to wait because this is part of life.
Important life
Waiting.
skill.
Yep.
This is a very important life skill. Waiting. Just waiting. So that's been an ongoing struggle. It's getting better.
Yeah.
They're starting
Persevere,
to,
man.
Yeah,
They'll
they're
get there.
starting to-
It
They're starting to
clicks
get it.
eventually when
Yeah.
you're persistent enough and you're
Yeah.
loving
Yeah.
enough and
Yeah.
you give
I
those
believe
little
in you
cheat days
and your kids.
Yep. Give it a little cheat day or
Yeah,
you know,
usually the
say,
weekends
"Hey,
I'm
you
just
can't-"
like, if you just leave me and mom alone so we can have alone time, then just
Yeah.
whatever time you want,
Hon-
just leave me alone.
Honestly, my favorite thing to do is be like, you can't have any personal screen time, but we can play a game or we can watch a show or we can do something together, and that will help. They get some screen time and they get to hang out with you.
That's a good idea.
That's what we do with Clark right now. He's on a limit, but if he wants to hang out with me, we can play games. We can watch a movie, but it has to be
Hang
with
out
me.
with dad. He has no
Yep.
limits unless he needs to take a nap. Then he's like, sorry, son.
Dad,
I
unless
guess."
it's Saturday.
Dad's like,
Yeah.
put the controller down. We're going to sleep now. Yeah, I should try that. I've been thinking about doing that. It's just I switch rooms so much. Like I took my Xbox out of the living room, so now if they want to play with me, all of my stuff is down here with me. It's not that hard. I can move it back upstairs really easily. Or I can just move it to the TV that's back here. I just need to be more proactive about it and just be like, hey, instead of playing more with your friends, how about you play a game with me? But all he wants to play is Fortnite, and I don't want to play Fortnite. So I'm going to be like, nope, you're going to play what I want to play.
Yeah. Minecraft Dungeons.
I do need to re-download that. I don't
Yeah.
think it's on my Xbox anymore, so I thought about that. I wanted to re-download that.
Yeah. How old is Kingston again?
10.
Yeah, he's getting in that prime time, man, where you can just throw games at him. Be like, hey, let's try this game for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And you never
Yeah.
know what'll grab him. Like, just try something different.
We went through It Takes Two together. Like me and him did. That was our game
Nice.
that we did together. Recently, or I guess sort of recently, he's been wanting to play Risk of Rain 2 because that has co-op.
Okay.
So we do that.
That's
a
right.
little
It
bit.
does. I forgot about that.
It does have co-op,
think
but like the split screen is not great. It's not great.
Oh, no.
It's not. It'd probably be better on the big screen TV upstairs. Like down here, it probably wouldn't work too well, and especially on a small monitor, it wouldn't work very well either.
Right.
Minecraft Dungeons was a good one. That one, like, because it keeps the whole screen and just
Yep. You're just there.
I'll probably have to try that one again. Yeah, honestly, there's not a whole lot going on in the Isley household. We're on track out. Kids are here. Mom's trying to not go crazy while they're here. Keeping them busy. Keeping herself busy with
Fair.
photography.
Yeah.
She's doing I think she is waiting for a couple of babies to be born so she can go take some pictures. And yeah, I'm just working. I've gotten a little bit of gaming in. I played some more Horizon. And I was playing this game that we were talking about before we started recording, Nine Souls.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It seems like I'm gonna drop this though. I can already tell you that.
You can already
I
feel
don't
it.
know if I'm gonna try to at least get through the first level and see how I feel after that. It just seems like it's one of those games that's like, because I tried doing like Celeste and Hollow Knight and all that stuff, and I was like, there's too much jumping and platforming, and I got to be like on it, and I'm not on it with those. My reaction times are a little slow now that I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. So played that. What was the other game that I played? I played another game this week, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Maybe it's just Horizon. No, I played something else. Oh, I was having difficulty. That's what it was. What happened to Lucas?
He was done with you.
I guess so.
He's like, you know what? I'm out. My internet is Brazilian internet. It's gonna do it once.
Oh no. Well, he will figure out that he's gone here in a moment, and we'll get him back in. But no, I was having difficulty downloading God of War, Ragnarok.
Difficulty. What does that mean?
Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Lucas did
Wrong button.
Wrong button. You have to press
Yeah.
it twice to leave.
Well, I'm
What
a
do you
little
mean?
behind.
Button.
I was confused because I saw that there were 13 messages in the chat, and I'm like, what is happening? And so I was catching up, just seeing what it was about, and then I was trying to figure out how to swipe it back over, and I think I just double clicked and it was checking me out. I was like, all right, I guess I'm done.
Well,
So
good thing
no,
you're
you're
not in
getting
charge
to
of
the
the
point-
stream because that would.
yeah, you think there's a reason that I'm like, I will host the end. Don't make me in charge of any technology. It hates my guts. It looks for any reason to mess with me. Telling you.
No, I don't know why it wouldn't let me download it to my PlayStation. It just would always constantly fail. I had to like move my PlayStation to the living room in order to get it to download. So I think there might be something wrong with the mesh Google network that I have down here.
It keeps
Mm.
dropping and
I
doesn't
guess.
reconnect.
Yeah,
weird.
I guess it is because it's just like down here on my computers and stuff. It's just like the connection speed is just like butts, and I'm supposed to have a gig. And I mean, obviously, I'm on Wi-Fi on almost everything. I'd actually checked, and this might be a problem. I've got like 40 things
Uh,
on my Wi-Fi,
yeah. I mean, we have the same amount.
And I'm like,
on.
dude. There's no
But-
way I have 40 devices that are Wi-Fi connected.
Oh my gosh! I wonder.
Like,
That is a lot.
but then I thought about it. I've got a Google Home in almost every room of my house. All of my TVs are pretty much smart TVs. I've got
Oh,
3 Xboxes, a PlayStation, 2 Switches, my phone, my wife's phone, her computer, these 2 computers down here, tablets. Like, I was like, good grief, do we
that's
actually
true. It
have
adds up.
40 devices?
That's crazy, bro.
We currently have 29 devices connected.
That's insane.
How do you look that up?
It's in my Google.
Google
thing.
Home on your phone. We have there's an
Mhm.
app. I mean, my TV is
Mhm.
I
connected.
don't have it on.
Oh yeah, not to mention like the cameras that I have for like security, and my security system is connected to my Wi-Fi too. So like it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
crazy. So
That
I'm
makes
thinking
sense. You have 40 then.
I might have to upgrade to like 2 gigs instead of 1 gig.
God bless you. Silently.
Yeah. I mute it so you didn't hear my
That was
Must needs.
considerate of you.
yeah.
I
I might do
appreciate it.
another one here in a second.
That's fair.
But yeah, like, well, what I want to do is move the mesh router closer here to my computers, and then just hardwire them. Excuse me for a moment.
Chew.
He's like,
Sorry, that one
Pac-Man,
built up.
sneezing. He's like, "Ang, ang, 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 ang." That one did build up.
That one built up.
So satisfying though.
It is. It felt
You
so
get a good one builds up and you just
feels great when your brain smashes against the
Yeah, I like that
inside
feeling.
of your skull. Oh,
Nothing like it.
yeah.
Nope.
So I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try moving the mesh router over here, and then just hardwiring these 2 computers to see if that helps. The Google guy that was out here said that usually doesn't really change much, but I gotta try something because I don't really feel
Yeah,
like
you got to do something.
upping my internet, even though I definitely could. I would just need to get rid of some other stuff before I do that, which is not a huge jump in price. It's like $30 extra, but $30 is $30, and every little
It's true.
bit helps right now.
Mhm.
And then in God life, just doing through the word, still going through the Bible in a year playing with my brother.
Yep.
I think we're in Exodus. Yeah, we're in Exodus right now because they're building the tabernacle and all the plan. Or Moses is getting the plans for the tabernacle.
Right.
So,
And then they'll build the tabernacle.
and then they'll build the tabernacle, which is the exact same set of plans.
I
that
totally
is-
forgot. I was actually reading Kings. No, Kings. Was it Kings? I think it was Kings. Partway through Kings, they No, it's Ezekiel. Ezekiel has a vision of the heavenly tabernacle.
Mhm.
And it's similar in the fact that it describes every inch of it, but it's different in the fact that it's huge.
Oh yeah, is that what like the measuring rod or line or whatever? And
Yeah.
there's like it's massive,
It's
700
a
cubits
massive
this
building.
side on
Yeah, it's like that's just crazy to imagine that kind of building.
yeah.
But it still gives me the same feels as Exodus and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
when they describe it multiple times.
Yeah. Not a whole ton else going on God life. This past weekend I'm on call, so I didn't sing at my normal church, my church. But there's a church up the street that's called Devoted City that one of the worship leaders that used to be at my church, she moved over to this church and she asked me to come sing with her this past weekend for their Sunday services. So I went over and lended my voice. I did tell her, I was
Nice.
like, look, if I get a call, I'm gonna have to dip, but I'll try to come back because y'all got 3 services on Sunday instead of just 2. So
Mhm.
it was good. It was really nice. I wore a there was a song that we did. It was called Jesus Over Everything.
Mhm.
So I have a shirt that says Jesus changes everything. So I wore that shirt. And,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I got
That tracks.
yeah, I got a lot of compliments on that shirt. Everybody was like, I love your shirt. It's so good.
Nice.
And what else happened when I was there? It was nice. Everybody was super nice. I mean,
Mhm.
I kind of expect people to be nice at church, but every now and then you might run into that
You never know.
that one person. But now they had a baptism this weekend, and I guess
Those are the best.
it wasn't planned, and it was this little 12-year-old girl, and it
Huh.
was awesome. I was
Nice.
they were like, if anybody wants to see a baptism, come back, because like it was like right after service, so like people
Right.
were leaving, and like most of the people left. It was just mostly like her and her family and like a couple of the other church members that go there. And I was like, I will never pass up an opportunity to see somebody join
Definitely
the
not.
family. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know this girl from Adam and Eve. Like, I was like, whatever. She's in the family now, man. I'm gonna cheer for her. So
Yeah, no doubt.
I sat and
That's
watched
awesome.
that. That was awesome, man. It was great. That was honestly the highlight of my weekend. Was
Nice.
that.
That's
was
pretty
great.
hard to
That's
beat.
a good highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little 12-year-old girl. I was like, go ahead, sis. Welcome to the fam.
The water's just fine.
Now they did their baptismal was it's just like one of those
Heated?
giant, like the feeding troughs or like the water troughs that
tubs?
you would
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It was like one of those.
Yeah.
But they also have this heater that looks like some industrial sized portable water heater type thing that you just
Okay.
put in there and then turn on.
Sounds safe.
My friend was telling me, my friend was telling me like on multiple occasions they have done that and then like taken it out so like somebody could get baptized, but forgot to unplug it or turn that heater off, and it's like caused fires.
No.
Like
Oh my
multiple times.
goodness.
She was like, yeah, there was
Multiple
flames
times
one
you
time.
think you
I
would
was like, what do
learn.
you mean there's flames? What are y'all
Jeez.
doing? They just keep forgetting to unplug it. Like, I'm like, yeah, no. And like I went over and touched the water. The heater was still in it, but like I mean, it's a grounded plug and it's got a GFI thing on it and everything, and it wasn't even plugged in. But I went over and touched the water, and it shocked me. I was like, oh no.
Oh no. That's not
I hope
good.
that little girl didn't get shocked when she stepped in.
Hey, get baptized and meet Jesus within
Today.
3 minutes or less.
Jeez.
That reminds me, today I told my students, I was like, hey, how many of you have a parent that texts and drives at the same time? And a lot of them raised their hands. They were like, oh yeah, our parents text and drive. I'm like, next time they do, tell them, hey mom, hey dad, did you know in the United States, people honk if they love Jesus. And then after that, you say, and then if you text while you're driving, you can meet him.
That's good.
Some of them were like, oh, that got dark. I'm like, that's why you shouldn't text while you're driving.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true. Very, very true.
So, yeah.
You're not allowed to have your cell phone in your hand while you're driving in
Right.
the
No,
state
you
of
were not.
Ohio.
I got pulled over once for that because I
Yeah,
was
you're not
putting in the
allowed.
directions to go somewhere. And the
It
cop
doesn't
pulled
matter
me,
what
and he
you're
was like,
doing. It doesn't
"Man, you can't-
matter. And they're-
Can't hold the
Yep.
phone, man. I was trying to like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
However, if you put it on your dash and you're still messing around with it, that's allowed. You cannot have it in your hand.
Which is
So
way more
either way-
distracting.
I know. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Oh,
Way more distracting.
loopholes.
But that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Cool. I guess then that leads to this. That's all for us, joiners. How about you? You want to share what's new in your neck of the woods? You can. Join us for some quick housekeeping where we offer towels, fluff pillows, topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to how you can connect with the GMGU on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. You can share what's new with you just like someone did. Rooting
Aaron.
for Team Fissure.
Yes.
You might have to zoom in a little bit.
I don't know how.
Do you know how? Maybe you can read then, because I don't have
Yeah, I'll
my
read
cell
it.
phone on me, and
No, that's fine.
That's a little too small for me.
Yeah, I don't know how to zoom in. When I share my window, it makes it
Oh wait,
tiny.
Can you control?
I can.
hit control and then zoom in with your like scroll on your
Let me
mouse.
see. No,
Oh,
does not do anything.
oh,
It's fine. I'll read it.
wait. Did I zoom in? I zoomed in. I can zoom in on the. Okay, I'm ready.
How'd you zoom in?
How do you
I don't
zoom
know.
in?
I did the pinch thing with my fingers. All right.
Oh, well,
Earl,
got the
the
technology, I guess.
Commanders lost. Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah.
I was so sad to hear that. That bummed me out.
Yeah, they got
I missed it.
smacked.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They got just drug all. Their ruin was smote all over the
Mhm.
mountainside. That was unfortunate. And I hate rematches, especially rematches that involve a division rival. So for the Super Bowl, I'm backing ground opens up and swallows the field mid-game, a la that one scene in The Dark Knight Rises. All right, there you go. Fun fact: that scene was filmed at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Mhm.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Best known as Heinz Field, with several Steelers players of the team serving as extras. I do remember
Yep,
the extras.
I remember
being
that.
Steelers
Yeah.
players.
Wasn't Troy
Yeah.
Polamalu in that?
Yeah, Troy Polamalu, and then who's the running guy? There, I recognize the
Heinz? Was that Heinz
don't-
Ward?
Jerome Bettis,
Heinz Ward. Yes,
I
no,
don't
it
know.
wasn't
Heinz
Jerome
Ward, I
Bettis.
think.
Le'Veon Bell. I
Yep.
don't know who it was.
I do
Mm.
remember that. That was a good scene. I also thought that the same thing was going to happen the year that I graduated high school, because I graduated 06, 06, 06.
Mm.
Yikes.
Yeah, I
Gotta
was
watch
like,
out for
we are
that.
the class of
666.
hell.
Yeah.
The
You know what?
Hellions.
Can we just delay this a day? What do you think? What do you guys think?
Yeah,
That's
really.
what I was like, they're really going to let us do this. We're in the Bible Belt, and they're really letting us do this right now.
Wow, that was either really brave or really dumb. All right.
Very
In
dangerous.
better news, I have an initial phone interview for one of the jobs I applied for set up
Let's
for
go.
next Wednesday. Let's go. Also, things are finally normal cold as opposed to stupid cold, which is significant improvement.
Yeah.
It is
Congrats.
normal cold now.
Huge.
Job
Yeah.
interview, praying that goes well, and you know, just make sure not to say duties or poo.
Mm.
That doesn't go well with interview.
Unless you're applying to be a plumber, and then just go ahead.
Yeah, then you can talk about it. That's
Yeah.
true.
You can talk about poo. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't do the.
Uh,
have you ever seen Step Brothers? Don't do the interview that they did. Pan? Are you saying pan?
Iffle playing Metaphor Refantasio Unicorn Overlord, and I somehow got sucked back into Pow World again. Yes, off-brand Pokemon,
I can't believe
With,
Power World's still happening. I thought that was
mhm.
that was gonna get shut down.
still a thing.
Did Nintendo come out and say what they're suing them for? Like the patent thing?
I have no idea. No, I'm not hip on that news. It's a game I don't play, and it's a Nintendo I don't care about. So
Wow.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
I'm just
Like
being
it
honest,
is.
man.
Pokeball's thrown.
fired! Yeah.
Pokeball's thrown.
I choose you, Duty Poo. All right, looking forward to February, March, when a bunch of games I've been waiting on are releasing, which leads me into the GMG
Wait, which
questionee
ones?
for UE.
Which
Well,
ones?
let's discuss the potential ones they are. Maybe he'll tell us later. What games are you most looking forward to in 2025?
I'm pretty sure
I'll go
he
ahead
was
and answer
looking
this.
forward to Assassin's Creed and
What?
Assassin's Creed.
what's the name of it?
Shadows. I think so. Yeah.
And then
That one looks cool because that's from Japan, like the Japan thing.
Yeah, that's the feudal era. Yeah, feudal
Yeah.
era of Japan, which was supposed to be in February, and then got pushed back to further back in February, and then got pushed back to March, which I think it might have got pushed back again.
I don't think so. I think it's March. Still, I
Is
think
it
it's
still March?
I think so.
All right.
Let's
All
see.
right.
Let's see. Assassin's Creed
Um,
Shadows doesn't tell me a release date.
Well, that's not cool.
Nah, there's got to be a release date for that.
I'm
bad
looking.
boy.
I'm looking on their website.
All right. Well, while you're looking, I'm
Yeah, go
looking
ahead.
forward to playing the games that I purchased this past year but didn't play, like Final Fantasy Afterbirth. I'd like to finish playing through Astrobot, maybe even platinuming it like Mark did.
Mhm.
I would like to play Marvel Rivals. I do have it downloaded on my system. So yeah, just playing the games I already have. I don't honestly can't think of a single game coming out in 2025 that I'm like, unless Hades 2 does a drop at some point. That's about it.
It might.
that was
it might.
early access last year, right?
Yeah. So it might
It
later
could
this
drop
year.
That would be
Could
amazing.
Could get the 1.0 this year.
I would drop everything to play that.
Yeah, right. You don't like that game.
You play Hades and Hades 2.
Yeah, I'll just play Hades 1 instead.
You're like, I'm doing a run in Hades, and then I did a run in Hades 2.
Yep.
He's over there. He's got his Switch with Hades and his PS5 with Hades 2 at the same
exactly. And I'm like,
You gotta buy that on every
I better
system as
pause
well.
this.
You know
Yeah,
it.
exactly. You know it, buddy. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Now the other game that in March that's coming out, Split Fiction game by Hazelight Studios. I cannot wait for that one.
Okay.
It Takes Two, right?
Yes. Oh, I beat It Takes Two, platinum that one. A Way Out, platinum that
Yep.
one.
They are solid games. They make great multiplayer co-op games.
And then usually in March of every year, WWE 2K game comes out, and really everything gets pushed aside once that game comes out for me.
Your bread and butter.
My comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't even know what games are coming out this year.
Yeah, we need a
So I
list.
don't really look forward to any of them.
All right, great.
What new games? What about movies? I'm still still watching 80s and 90s movies over here.
I'm gonna go watch. I'm definitely gonna go watch Captain America, Brave New World, or whatever it's called.
In February, right?
I think it's
New World Order.
good, but I'm still gonna go watch it.
Yeah, it's fun. It looks fun.
It'll be good.
And then whatever they decide to do with the Victor Von Doom / Robert Downey Jr. coming back as
dude, I think that's gonna just be lit. I'm so excited for that. I'm a believer.
I want to be a believer, but I'm not. But I know it's gonna probably be good because he's back in it.
He's so good, and like a villain Tony Stark is just gonna be good.
Yeah,
Believe, my friend. Believe.
I will. I'm
I think
trying.
Victor
Yeah.
Von Doom is like a bottom 5 comic book villain for me. I don't like him. He was
No?
terrible in.
but-
No, he's not that great. Like there's way
With
better.
Robert Downey Jr. from a different multiverse coming into
Yeah,
the
He's going to bring some spice to it.
Yeah. Yes.
Make it interesting.
Mhm.
That's one thing
I think
MCU
that's
other than the Dark Elves, the MCU is king at making intriguing villains, I think.
The
most
Dark
of the time.
Elves. Was that the people in Thor: Dark World?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were terrible.
Forgettable.
Yeah, they were like
No.
straight out of the Muppet Workshop.
Just
Like, it was just
forgettable
like,
at best.
What's wrong with you? You guys are idiots. All right.
Yeah.
Yo, GMG crew, this is Timmy P. Let's start with the good stuff. Eagle, after taking a long break, I finished Leviticus. Good job. Man, I almost quit, but I'm too stubborn to quit. Ooh, you got
Woo, let's go. Oh,
Timmy P. You finally made it through Leviticus. Keep on keeping on. Keep on catching up with us. More good. Iffle. Lots of losing precious sleep playing rivals with Pat, Splig, and Justin. Kark, where are ye?
Yeah, Kark, where are ye?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did
Kark.
say that he did not get an invite.
there's no invites that
Friday
usually
night?
ever go out. If you're on Discord, people just jump in. It's fun.
Yeah, when you were playing on, I guess this past weekend, when you were giving your update about how late you stayed up, Mark said, "That's funny. I didn't get an invite Friday night."
Nobody gets one. You just jump on and see if anyone's on there.
You got to pay
Just take a
attention.
look.
No
Just
naps.
take a look.
No naps. Set alarms. Still exploring Indiana Jones, looking for their treasures. And now, not so great. Earl. I may have torn my abdomen for the 3rd time. Oh,
Yo.
Oh no.
See the doctor on Thursday, so we'll see. Bright side, I'm on the IR list at work, so I'm actually home for a change. Nice having lunch with my wife, Winky Face. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dog.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Mhm.
Nice. Lunch is what they call it now. Eh?
I enjoy those lunches too, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right.
there's Mr.
Oh, we got a
Galapagos.
photo with this one. Here we go. Galapagos, Ohio resident. Hey, what are you doing? Go up.
Sorry, my finger slipped. My finger slipped.
Overzealous. Earl, after 7 years of my wife begging and pleading with me, we finally ended up getting a cat. I'm sorry.
Boo.
My pastor was trying to part with one of his cats because she and his other cat were fighting a lot, and she was losing hair due to him having 5 kids, 3 dogs, and another cat. So this is Lucy. She's almost 3 years old, and she's gotten used to things around here. Her and Cisco tolerate each other for the moment. It's not perfect. I added that,
Yeah,
but it works. LOL.
You should have done that. He
Well,
should have
well
done
done. Well done.
Yeah,
Missed
thank you.
opportunity.
Kristen also started working at her new job today as a data entry worker at the local hospital. She has that job and a part-time remote librarian position.
Here, I give your claps.
Woo!
Congratulations. We are all very happy for you.
We are.
I don't like how it just ends.
It will just keep going if I leave it on.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's like what?
It doesn't cut off as far as I know.
There's no,
Everybody
like,
stops
fade out or
clapping
anything?
The air
at the
horn?
exact same time.
The air horn is just, and then it's over.
Yeah, I like how it fades out. That's great.
The clap just goes. Like,
Forever.
Are you sure? How do you know?
Uh,
There we go.
There. That's good. Good job. Good job. Keep it going.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
excited. Yep.
Woo. Okay, that takes a while to fade.
No, it's
Do
way
I
too
cut it
long.
off now?
That's way too long.
Also, Marcus says, I second rooting for Team Fissure in the fact that we've seemingly left the negative temps for now and have decent cold weather. I like the cold, but that stuff was hurting my face like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys. That
Oh
seemed
yeah, it did get
a
real
little
cold. What
rough.
was that picture that you sent when Negative 20 degrees.
Oh, negative 24 degrees Celsius. It's like,
Stupid
geez,
out of town.
that makes it look even more
That's a
ridiculous.
normal Canada day.
Yeah. Blame Canada. Blame
Mhm.
Canada. All right. After Astrobot, things kind of died off for me in the gaming department. I haven't finished the Freaky Circle yet, so I should get back to it. I just have to be in the right mood, I suppose. I've also considered playing Zelda's Oracle of Seasons / Ages since I never finished either of them. And then finally, Iggle, I'm considering taking a break from TT Dubs and doing something different for a while. My church gave out a Bible reading plan that I may jump into. As I shared before, I felt very convicted about my lack of knowledge of Scripture compared to other useless things. So I'd like to fix that. Do it. That
I
sounds
agree.
good.
And here,
Even
is
though
Victor
I don't
again.
like you abandoning us, I think you should have your cake and eat it too, and just be marginally involved in the TT Dubs, just little by little, and then of course do your Bible reading plan. But that's just my 2 cents. And then there's Lucy. Lucy, the camera's up higher, you idiot.
Lucy on the
What is she?
table in front of a
She looking at
TV.
his
Yeah.
looking at his belt, looking at his shoes. Look up, cat.
The table looks like there's been a lot of stuff that's been kicked off of it, as
Yeah.
cats do.
For sure.
Is that
All right.
is she sitting on your mouse pad? She probably knocked the mouse off the table.
Ew, that means
Yes.
like it's gonna smell like cat butt.
You got cat butt on your mouse pad.
Ugh. Splig, I'm sick. It sucks. I hate everything. Oh man, I feel you there, man.
Oh man.
That's the worst. I have a soft spot for RPGs when sick, so cruising on Path of Exile 2. Ibuprofen's kicking in, so feeling okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Ibuprofen
do what
is
you gotta do.
magical.
I will say I never am not in the mood for, like, when I don't have, if I just have a free moment, I'm never not in the video gaming mood. Like, it's just like when I'm sick, but usually I want to be responsible or I, have things to do. But yeah,
Really?
that's just me. Whoa, your guys' faces are huge. I need to zoom back out the video. It's getting real in this house. Okay, there we go. Hi. Yeah, really. I really don't do the mood thing with. I can probably say there's 3 things that I never need to be in the mood for.
I know one of them.
You can guess one of them.
Yes.
Like it's
Yes.
literally
Agree.
like there is 0 times where I'm like, I got a headache, I'm tired. I could be like missing a leg or just half dead.
Yep, and if
No,
she says
you know
it's
what I
go
mean?
time, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, he's in a coma right now. No, I'm not. Nope.
No, I'm not.
I'm
I'm here. I'm with it. I'm ready.
You got 3 minutes.
That's all I need. Solid 3. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 for the ready and show to go. All right. Anyways, I don't know what the 3rd one is, but I'll think about it. I mean, do you need anything else?
Twice.
No,
first one, but
you know
twice.
what?
Yeah.
The 3rd one is the best one. Bible time.
There
Okay,
you
just to switch it and get away from
all right.
inappropriate. All right. So, video games.
Reading the Song of Solomon.
Yep. Oh yeah, the combo. Like if you could combine stuff together, yes.
Your hair looks like some
Maybe
some-
not.
a flock of
Maybe not.
a
No.
flock of geese running down a
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Have you ever seen
Put a
drawings
quote of that
the-
on your wall.
Yeah. Have you seen drawings of the descriptions of
Yes.
Song of Solomon?
Hilarious.
It's like nightmare fuel. It is like crazy. Like your neck is the wall of
Yeah.
the wall of the
It's
castle.
like a
or,
tower of whatever.
Yeah. It's like your teeth are honeycombs, like with honey, or I don't know, this like says crazy stuff. It's like
yeah, it's a bad acid trip. That's what that is.
what do you think it means? Right. Well, folks, if you'd rather not write to us and share your Iffle, Iggle, and Earl, you can connect with us still visually and spectatorly. There's YouTube, Twitch. We have a plethora of other joiners who may or may not stream, so please come to Discord and find them links and click them and check them out. Finally, on Patreon on our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in our bio or the show notes, or you can type it out real quick, linktree.com/thegmgpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but are still the giving type, please rate and review us on Apple Podcast and Podchaser and or Spotify. It helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard, literally, if you prefer, at 929 GMG guys. Alrighty then, Ryan. The spirit of Marcus,
Who is still watching? Always watching.
Always watching. And our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.